Hey y'all, Halfmilesniper here. I'm back out in the desert. We're going to check our zero since I tried to set the zero stop and maybe shoot a couple groups for giggles. So y'all sit back, kick your feet up, enjoy the ride. Not sure how well it's showing up, but there's a target out there at 100 yards. And we got desert mountains here next to us. There's a rifle bay to my left, and they're shooting, and there's pistol bay and next bay over. And because of those bays, I will not be putting the target camera downrange because of spalling off the rocks. So we're not going to put a camera in the line of fire. I'll get things set up. We'll do our shooting. I'll pull the target when they get done doing their shooting. So sit back, drink something cool because it's plenty warm. And while we're out of the sun here, show you our altitude is a whopping 44 feet above sea level here. Woohoo! And it's just about 100 degrees right now. So give me a few more minutes to get things set up. Now that we're a little closer to being ready, what we're going to do is we're going to follow the rifle since we just recently cleaned it. And since I set my zero stop, hopefully set it correct, we're going to make sure that my zero stop is set properly. Last time I tried to set it, I did all the steps, but I did one out of order, and I ended up hitting 7 mils low at 100 yards. So, even though y'all don't have a target camera down there, I got 3 dots. I'm going to start at the top dot, hopefully be somewhere in the vicinity, and we'll follow the barrel. And then I've got 2 5-round loadings I want to test for group if everything goes well. So this is just going to be 5 follower shots and checking to make sure my zero isn't too badly messed up. Okay, top dot. Okay, I think I have my zero stop set correctly. I look like I hit 2 inches high and 1 inch left. Well, we'll leave it right there till we follow it. Yep, that's where we're hitting. A little bit high, a little bit left. Shoot us one more, and then we'll contemplate bringing it down. Okay, we're holding consistently high. And my zero stop goes to 9/10 short of 0 or beyond 0. So we're going to bring it down 2 and see where that. Okay, well, even though I was looking directly at it, I brought it up 2. Good thing these are following shots and we're not wasting anything. Okay. Yeah, I'm a dummy. Alrighty. Yeah, 100 degrees. This barrel's already warm, and the brass actually came out warm to the touch. That's the first time ever. Okay, we'll run the camera as we hoof down. Since I don't have a target camera, there's a glow in the action next door, so hopefully I don't get hit by any spall. We'll try to make this quick. Heat is already affecting the battery. Battery's dropping quickly. Like I said, it's about 100 degrees right now. Yesterday my partner was out this way and it was 105, so yeah, toasty warm. Okay, so there's my first 3 shots. Then I adjusted the scope, went the wrong way, went here, then brought it down to the other way. So we're going to leave that here right now. Next we'll shoot here and here with, I know I said 5 rounds, but I think, pretty sure I only loaded 3 each. We got the 58.5 grains of Stay Ball HD, pushing the 147 ELDM. That's what we were shooting up on the mountain at 4,000 feet the other day. And then I loaded up a second batch at 59.5, and which takes us a little closer to that 59.9 average that the factory ammo had. So, thought process here is, 1, we know how that stuff shot at 4,000 feet. Let's see how it shoots at 40 feet. And let's see if there's much in the way of velocity difference. Home range is at 1,600 feet, and this stuff runs about 28, 25 there. The 58.5 Stay Ball runs about 28, 25 feet per second. So we'll see what it runs here in the heat at 40 feet, and then we'll see what 59.5 does. Okay, well, we did a quick battery change. In the bright light, I'm not sure I got the camera set up exactly the same as it was before, but as we said in government service, close enough for government work. This is where the beauty of the Garmin chronograph really shines. For those who haven't seen my initial video on the Garmin chronograph, I just pulled it out of the box. I just turned it on. New session, rifle, 1500, and we are set up and ready to go. Okay, this will be 3 rounds, 3-round group, 58.5 grains of Stay Ball HD, pushing the 147 grain ELD match. We're going to shoot this on the center dot. And as we know, at 1,600 feet, this stuff runs about 28, 25. At 4,000 feet, it was running just about 2,800, and we'll see what it runs at 40 feet in 100-degree weather. .28. .28, 25, and they almost look like they're touching. And I jerked the snot out of that one for 28, 25 again. That was all me jerking the trigger. Stay Ball HD at 100 degrees and 40-foot altitude gave us a 3-shot average of 2826.7, an extreme spread of 2.6, and standard deviation of 1.2. And it would have been a really good group, except I jerked the trigger. So we're going to let this puppy cool off, because in this sunshine, that barrel's getting warm. And then we'll shoot 59.5 and see what they do as far as speed and group. Alrighty, while we're letting the rifle cool down just a little bit more, because it's staying plenty warm in the sunshine. There, that's better. Okay, so it's staying plenty warm in the sunshine. It's cooling very slow. It's yeah, you gotta know these things if you travel around shooting. I shoot anywhere from darn near sea level to 7,000 feet altitude. So, gotta practice, different areas. Bullets fly different depending on the altitude. Air is thicker or thinner. One thing we're finding is our speed is staying fairly consistent. We were shooting about 28, 25 feet per second at my, what we'll call home range at 1,600 feet. We shot 28, 26 down here in the heat. I was actually expecting the velocity to go up because of the heat. And then up in the mountains in the cool, we were only running 2,800 feet per second. So the data you put in your dope book. Okay, so we've got 59.5 grains of stay ball HD, which is 0.4 grains shy of the 5-round average when I broke down the factory ammo. And we're going to give that a try. If I haven't said it enough, you cannot beat, in my book, this Garmin chronograph. Y'all saw how quick it was to set up. I literally turned it on, dialed it to rifle, set it on the bench, and shot. No more trying to find your sky screens and your rods and consider your height over bore. It's going to take quite a bit of work to shoot a chronograph now with the Garmin, and you can't beat the size. It's literally no bigger than my GoPro. In fact, if I remember, I'll show you the Garmin next to a GoPro for this video. Also, while we're letting the gun cool down a little bit, Halfmilesniper merch down below. Got our buffalo hat. I'm wearing my No Hunting Like the Hunting a Man shirt today. Perhaps black wasn't the right color to wear out to the desert, but works for me. Okay. And the last thing before we get going, for those new to the channel, this is a Howa 1500 bolt action rifle. It is a stock bolt, stock receiver and barrel. I bought as a barreled action off of Brownells. I put it in an Oryx chassis and put a Vortex Viper PST scope on it. And that's it. It's a stock gun in a chassis. Really a budget build. So, without further ado, 59.5 grains of Stay Ball HD. Eyes and ears in. Let me set chronograph up. New session, rifle 1500, and we are ready. This will be on the bottom dot. .2851, and in the heat I am seeing some serious heat mirage. Brass is looking good. It's actually coming out of the gun warm for a change, but that's environmental, not the ammo. Shot number 2. .28-54, and those look like they're side-by-side shots. No pressure signs. Okay, final shot. .28-68, and that looks like a pretty stinking good group. Nice. And on that last shot, we had a little bit of heavy bolt lift. I see a little bit of ejector swipe. I'm going to say 59.5 is a little too warm for 100-degree temperature shooting. But it looks like it shot a very nice group. Shall we go take a walk? And here I was in such a hurry to go take a look at the target. Our data, our 3-shot average, 28-58, extreme spread 16.4, standard deviation 7.2. A little more deviation than we had at 58.5, but it's also pretty stinking warm. And 7.2 is not that bad as far as standard deviation. Whew. Can't believe I almost forgot to read that off. Okay, I'll bring you back when we get to the target. Actually, before we get to the target, I want to show you the hills here. I'm really hoping we get visited by the bighorn sheep today. They come down out of the hills and actually come down close into the range, and everything has to shut down. It would be so cool to get some bighorn sheep on video. Now I'll bring you back when we get to the target. Okay, I have moved the target, but if you see that little clump of bush right there, that's where the target was. That's 100 yards from my bench over here. I brought it this way so we're back behind the berm and out of the way of any spalls should they start shooting. Okay, again, this was my fouling group. First couple of shots, I moved it up, then I moved it down. We left it there. 58.5. Put 2 shots touching, then I jerked the trigger. And we know that 58.5 will shoot pretty good. I think that will be just about an inch. And then 59.5 gave us 3 holes right there. And that is going to be maybe a 0.4, maybe a 0.35. We'll see. I'll take it back to the truck and I've got my calipers and we'll measure it out. Alrighty, once again, this is my fouling group. It's nutting up pretty good. Adjusted the wrong way, brought it back down here, called it quits. 58.5, we had 2 rounds touching. I jerked the trigger, ended up with a 1.02 inch group. And yes, they had some very loud shooting going next door. 59.5. That's 3 rounds touching and gave us a 0.480 inch group. Alrighty, y'all. Hopefully they stop shooting for a couple minutes. I can have my earplugs out and not be yelling. Just a quick video today to, 1, follow the rifle after cleaning it. 2, verify that I didn't screw up my zero stop too bad. We're pretty good. Now I need to fine tune my adjustment. That'll be easy enough to do, but I want to do that on my home range, not down here in the desert. We saw that the heat and the altitude, 58.5, gave us very consistent velocities between home range here at 40-foot altitude and up in the mountains at 4,000-foot altitude. We had about a 25-foot spread between sea level and 4,000 feet. So I'm pleased with that. 59.5 gave us a really good group. We had an outlier on velocity, which kicked our standard deviation up to 7 and change. It opened our extreme spread up to like 16, I think. And okay, it shot pretty good. It's pretty close to 59.5, which was the average. Got bugs in my glasses. Average charge weight on the Hornady factory match ammo. I think we'll try some more 59.5 at the home range and see how well it continues to shoot. The rifle's happy. Target looks good. I'm pleased. I'm really glad y'all hung with me today. For the new viewers, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Subscriptions are free. I do appreciate it. I think I was getting ready to say, don't forget to check out the merchandise below for shirts, hats, cups, mugs. The heat's getting to the camera. It did shut down on me right now, so I brought it back up. So with all that being said, we're going to cut this one short. Y'all, remember, carry everywhere you can. Get a CCW if you need one. If you're in a constitutional carry state, get a CCW anyways you may travel. Until next time, this is Halfmilesniper reminding you, stay safe, keep shooting. We'll catch you next time. Send it. Hit.